talk about any other things you tried to do in the text in order to really foster a connection with your readers?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if I was aware of this at the time, but I think looking back on it, this was a really important learning experience for me because it allowed me to question like the narratives about literacy that I had kind of heard up until this point. And I think that's like generally that's what I would hope for my students now. You know, I think this is kind of something that made me interested in teaching initially, but I think that um, something that is important to me about it is that hopefully it shows like that people's individual literacy experiences are meaningful enough to be questioned and that these sort of personal literacy experiences are worth writing about in academic spaces.
Interesting. If you think about students watching this video as they are coming up with their own ideas for their own literacy narratives, can you give them a sense of what you took away from this project? I think sometimes as you're entering into a writing task, it's neat to think about what you can take away from it potentially. So can you talk a little bit about what you learned from this, and maybe potentially how this project, how this narrative shaped the work you were doing in your other classes at the time?
Yeah, yeah, I think that um, something I learned from this is that, you know, and that I think I took with me into my other classes is that I wanted my learning experience to be about questioning assumptions about literacy and valuing sort of literacy practices between me and my sister and these personal experiences. I feel like I had been almost taught to devalue in an academic space before this. And so I think that, um, you know, I hope that students who are interacting with it can see that, you know, literacy narratives like this offer a moment to reflect on the meaningfulness of their personal literacy experiences, and that those aren't something that they have to kind of that are somehow irrelevant or not don't have a place in their college learning experience as well. And so I think that helped me think about how I could think critically about my own experiences in my other college classes as well.